Simba, you must remember who you are. The one true king.
John, at what point did you realize that you could make this movie technically the way you wanted to? And what do you think fans of the original should expect and hope for with this film?
I think I learned a lot over the course of making The Jungle Book. I was up on what the latest technology was as far as creating photorealism in natural settings as opposed to with superheroes or metal and explosions. This was about fur and water and grass and trees. And so I learned a lot. And I also understood what the artist needed to do it correctly. And a lot of that is committing to the story early and giving them the time, because every shot is handmade. It's all created by artists. There's no real photography here. And all the performances of the animals are all created by animators. So that requires having a great group of artists, but also giving them the time and the guidance to be able to do it in a way that's cohesive and that could hopefully fool the audience into thinking they're looking at something that was photographed in nature.
Don, let me ask you, what does it mean to you personally to be a part of this project, The Lion King, and to get to play such an iconic character in Simba?
That means the world. I'm really happy that I was trusted to do this. I was just excited to be able to be a part of it. Like it's such a big machine, like, you know, as far as the parts you play and like the things that you're asked to do, and like you just want to do the best you can. So like it means a lot. Like I saw this when I was like 9, you know, so I know it inside and out, and it's my son's favorite movie, so I'm really appreciative to just be a part of it, honestly.
And you get to show off your acting and your musical skills.
Yeah, it's a good mix.
Could talk a little bit about what it means to you personally to be a part of this project and to take on these beloved, iconic characters.
When you talk about iconic, it makes me feel like I've been called to like an altar girl into this sacred circle. We know the story. It's time for the big family mass that includes people. The animals are including us. Our ancestors they're including us, and we get to help with the incense and the drumming and all of that. You're just one of the gifted children that have been called to help us tell the story, help us lay the fire, help us have ceremony.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Yeah, I think it's just a great honor to be part of the story and to be part of a retelling of such a great... And, you know, and to feel, I have to admit, when I was watching the film again, you know, I felt very nourished by it, and I felt very optimistic, and I felt very connected to these themes and these ideas of home and family relationships, and the dynamics of the families you have and the families you choose and the friends that you bring into your life, and what the purpose of those things are and how encouraging those things are. And it was nice to be in that space to forget about all of the kind of concerns, you know, and to slip into a place that I always feel with this story where I tap into my 5-year-old self, you know, even though I was never 5 when this movie was out. I was 17 when the movie came out, but still it always makes me feel, you know, like a very, very young, and understanding things that are very primal about the connections that I have and that we all have. And so I love that. You know, I love tuning into that.
Yeah.
It's a huge honor. It's somewhat nerve-wracking, but mostly just very exciting. You know, it's a real privilege. I think every actor I know would have killed to be part of this. So the fact that we were asked and we get to do it is pretty spectacular, you know. And then once we got going, we just dove right in. You know, you try to forget about all the reasons to be freaked out by it, and we just had fun with each other, and we improvised a lot. And Jon Favreau was an incredible guide the whole way through, Hans Zimmer as well. And you know, we just leapt in and hoped for the best. Yeah,
like I've never, you know, been asked to be a part of a movie like this, really, you know. And I've known John since I was 18 years old, and he has been like a huge influence on me, and really taking a lot of time to help kind of guide me in my career as well. And so getting a chance to work with him also was just like something I've wanted. I did it in 2000, and I haven't worked with him since then. Maybe a few on a commercial ones, but like this was a very meaningful collaboration. Yeah.
You have to take your place as king.
Well, and I understand director Jon Favreau had a very unique and interesting way of recording the performers working together, which you don't always get in voiceover work. What was that like for both of you, and how did that sort of enhance your creative performances?
I mean, for me, I got to do a variety of different things. So I did work on my own, just doing work on my own. On my own as in just recording on my own. John was there. You know what I mean? And then I did some work with Donald, so the two of us there, and some work with Florence. And so there was that kind of interaction, which was very useful, as part of the process.
And for you?
I worked alone.
Oh, you worked alone as well?
With John. Yeah.
By choice.
No.
Always works alone.
I think the people that actually worked together had either songs together, and Seth and Billy had their whole banter is their banter, so they're together. But it wasn't necessary for me to come that way.
Well, we got to record together, which is very rare for these types of movies where the voice actors are often separate, and that really helped. I think you can feel it while watching the movie, that we're in the same room and that we're really listening to each other and responding to each other in real time, and it feels very real. We're overlapping, we're commenting on, something that the other one just said, and it has an urgency to it that I think you can feel while watching it. And at one point, John had us throw down the scripts and improvise the entire
movie,
but the entire movie. That was the first day that we worked on the movie. That's what we had to do, and a surprising amount of that ended up in the final movie that you're going to see.
Did you get to improvise at all with the music, or was that?
Yeah, we sang. Yeah, we had actually like a piano accompanying us, so they could change the rhythm to our rhythm, and we sang Hakuna Matata together in a room, and we're able to, because a lot of the song is these little interjections, and it's kind of like a conversational song, so we were able to record it together to really make it feel like alive.
Simba. It is time.